The weather was definitely going to be colder further east, and I could tell because this was happening. This is a temperature inversion. It happens when warm air goes over top of cold air that's lower, closer to the ground, and it causes this kind of fog. I wasn't sure what I was going to see further east, but hopefully it would clear off. And it did, kind of. Basically, I just ran into cold air and out of the warm air. Still, it was nice and pretty out that way. I was hoping to find a snowy owl, and actually just up the road here I did, but it was so far off in a field, I couldn't get anywhere near it. So I headed here to what used to be Wolf Lake. Found a rough-legged hawk, but not much else. So I continued on further east, headed toward the Finnegan Ferry crossing. Not much snow out here, and that little bit that you see, that's brand new, just from a couple of days ago. But that didn't mean it wasn't wintry when I got closer to the ferry. I just had to show you this road. There are some I won't even try, and this is definitely one of them. It's solid ice, and the temperature at -1 makes it even more treacherous because there's just a tiniest slick of water on it. Yeah. This is where that water was coming from. Part of it was melted snow, of course, but this whole valley is spring-fed. And as the water flows along, it freezes and rises, and it was actually seeping into the road. You can almost see it from up here. That's the road I was going to take right down there, and you can probably see that there's ice almost 2/3 of the way down. So I turned around and backtracked. There's a big stand of buffalo berries right here close to one of the sloughs. And on those buffalo berries was a flock of Bohemian waxwings. I was a bit surprised to see them, but the lure of buffalo berries must have been too much for them and drew them from their homes further west. Beautiful birds, these guys. I know I say it every time I photograph them, but they look like they should be from the tropics. Just gorgeous birds. Having been foiled in my quest to get to the ferry, I turned around and started heading back to town and took a drive down this road. Good thing it was frozen, because I wouldn't have tried it otherwise. And then I wouldn't have seen this guy. So many short-eared owls around this year, but I ain't complaining. I love these little guys. So I saw some beautiful country. Snowy owls, they were pretty scarce. But as the sun was going down, I was thinking it was a pretty good day. And then, a good half hour after sunset, a snowy owl. But I probably never would have even seen it if I hadn't turned around at that icy road. Yeah, another day on the southern Alberta prairie.